reconnaissance aircraft of type or F-4E belonged to the 173rd Wing, at the 7th Main Jet Base Group Command stationed at the Urha Air Base in Malatya. The aircraft, piloted by Flight Lieutenant G.K. H. Anerton and Flying Officer Hazen H.S. EYN Aksoy, took off on the 22nd of June 2012 with the task to help test the Turkish radar system. According to radar records, the aircraft was flying between Cyprus and Hatay over the Mediterranean Sea at about FL 210, an altitude of 21,000 feet, at 11:06 hours local time, 8:06 UTC. For radar test purposes, it descended as it approached Hatay. At 11:14 hours, the F-4E was at FL 086, and 9 minutes later, it had descended to FL 075, just over Hatay. At 11:23 hours, the aircraft changed its course, heading now for Mediterranean Sea, and continued to descend. At 11:37, it had reached FL 020 and was descending further for radar test purposes. The aircraft arrived at 11:42 on the boundary of Syrian sovereign airspace, 12 mi, 22 kilometers, out from the coastline, flying at 200 feet. At this point, the aircraft violated Syrian airspace and flew around for 5 minutes within its airspace. A Turkish radar base controlling the flight warned the F-4E to change its course immediately and leave that airspace. At 11:47, it left Syrian airspace and took a northerly course in the direction of Hatay, ascending to FL 030. During the airspace violation and afterwards, the aircraft received no warning or admonishment from Syrian military authorities. The pilots changed their course once again into the Mediterranean Sea to proceed with their mission of radar testing. At 11:50, the pilots asked the Turkish radar base for assistance on route information, so that they would not violate Syrian airspace again. The aircraft was flying in international airspace, and visible on radar screens until 12:02. The F-4E was struck by a Syrian surface-to-air missile off the coast. The aircrew may have been alerted to a missile approaching and attempted unsuccessfully to evade. 8. It was the first time that any variant of the F-4 had been shot down since the Gulf War.